AMS Boy 56 here. Just a little short update on the Blazer. Got me a new control system up here. Kind of changed a few things up. But anyhow, got main cell power light, oxygen sensor enhancer light here. This is the control for it. Main cell power. There's main cell power. And here I have it's a blower, high and low, and pump for the cooler. Anyhow, this is right here, this little knob right here is for the mass airflow enhancer, where you can cut back on the voltage on it. Works pretty good. I found out check engine light comes on if you drop it below 2 volts. So I try to run it at about 2.5, something like that. And also, a little information might be useful to you. On the oxygen sensor circuit, I found that a little research on this may or may not be of use to some of y'all. But first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that has viewed my videos, and also I'd like to thank everyone that's really trying hard and trying to make something happen with this. Just in the short time that I've been on YouTube, there have been major advances made in a short period of time, and whether your contribution is just a small one or large, I appreciate all of you guys out there trying hard. I know it's a lot involved in it, and I think if we work together on this, we can really go somewhere, and it looks like we're going there. But anyhow, a little useful information on the oxygen sensor. The oxygen sensor monitors how much oxygen is in the vehicle's exhaust. It generates a varying voltage up to 1 volt based on how much oxygen is in the exhaust gas, and sends a signal to the computer. The computer uses a signal to make corrections to the air-fuel mixture. If the exhaust gas has a large amount of oxygen, a lean air-fuel mixture, the oxygen sensor generates a low voltage signal. If the exhaust gas has very little oxygen, a rich mixture condition, the oxygen sensor generates a high voltage signal. A 450 millivolt signal indicates the most efficient and least polluting air-fuel ratio of 14.7 parts of air to 1 part of fuel, which would be approximately 14 to 1. That's, kind of what everybody goes by. But anyway, so, if you introduce HHO into your engine and it starts burning, well, it's going to show a high oxygen level in the exhaust system. Therefore, the computer is going to richen the mixture, and you'll be using more fuel on an electronic fuel injected engine. So what you need to do, a lot of people already know this, but you need to pulse a voltage no more than 1 volt to the return circuit on the oxygen sensor. So there's a lot of people wondering also about the oxygen sensors on the vehicle. Actually, on a single exhaust system, most the newer model vehicles, it's an OBD2 type vehicle. You're going to have 2 oxygen sensors. The upstream, or the one closest to the engine, is the one that produces this voltage signal to the ECM. Some people call it a PCM, but basically the front sensor closest to the engine, the upstream sensor, is the one that actually enhances the air-fuel ratio on the vehicle. So if you're going to attach a voltage adder to one, you need to tap into that front oxygen sensor. The rear oxygen sensor, all it's there for is for monitoring the condition of the catalytic converter to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it also will, basically was put there to let the ECM know whether or not the catalytic converter is present on the vehicle, because a lot of people were removing the catalytic converters, and if you did that, if you remove the catalytic converter, of course it would turn the check engine light on your vehicle. So just a short information clip I thought might be helpful to you guys. I got to do a little bit more with this wiring. I got to get some wire looms, but anyhow, there's my temperature gauge and amp gauge, so I can kind of keep an eye on everything. But system's running good. I'm really well satisfied with what it's doing for this truck. I'm getting ready to take a long trip in about 2 weeks. I'm going to be going down south, and I'm going to go about a total of about 700 miles round trip, and I will be checking my fuel mileage very closely to see what it's getting. I mean, I've checked it using the road computer on the truck, and so far it seems to be getting somewhere around 28 miles to the gallon. That's at speed limit on state highways, 55 miles an hour. But I'll be doing some interstate driving and pushing it on up 75, probably about 74 miles an hour on this trip, and we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and y'all keep on doing what you're doing, because I'm enjoying watching all you guys out there too. So till next time, later.